Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and today we're going to be talking about Vechain. Huge piece of news. I think this is fantastic for Vechain and another reason why I believe Vechain is going to do remarkably well in the future. If you like Vechain and you like Vechain content, mash up that like button, subscribe, tap that bell, select all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop and see what it is that I'm talking about. So enterprise grade public blockchain solution provider Vechain creates a new SaaS or SaaS or also known as software as a service products for China's digital carbon emissions market. So let's just be really clear here that carbon emissions are so important, right? Being green is a hot topic. You've got XRP, XLM, and a few other blockchains that are using this as a marketing tool or as part of their campaigns for their projects. And this one again, I think it's vitally important. So enterprise grade blockchain solution provider Vechain creates new SaaS products for China's digital carbon emissions market. So there's going to be a big overhaul, not just in China but around the world, in improving to get to net zero emissions basically. So let's have a look what's cracking in this article here. So increasing impacts of greenhouse gases on the atmosphere and their perturbation of the climatic order are necessitating a major overhaul of how humanity emits waste gases. All countries and industries now face tough targets for reducing atmospheric pollution. China is arguably facing the greatest challenge of all, having vowed to reach net zero emissions by 2060, with carbon emissions peaking no later than 2030, as per targets laid out in China's 14th fifth-year plan. There is very little room for emissions increases from current levels set out in 2025. The Communists of China's 9th National Law Carbon Day, the government looked set to back even more radical reduction targets, dedicating a special week to a green push and encouraging public participation. Vechain, with its array of mature blockchain technologies, intends to help catalyze the digitalization of carbon data and help facilitate China's emission reduction ambitions. So this is just remarkable stuff. Right, okay, so a global first, Vechain's digital carbon footprint SaaS platform, also known as software as a service. Okay, so one thing I would say is Vechain have historically got a very good track record of being able to deploy tools really fast. So this is exciting news, guys. But let's get into the article. Vechain's brand new digital carbon footprint SaaS service is a powerful, rapid deployable tool. I will emphasize that, enabling enterprises of all sizes to re-engineer their carbon footprint data management practices. So yeah, really important. This new offering is also the first of its kind to benefit from the combination of decentralized ledger technology and an SaaS business model. So it is interesting, right? And it is a big deal, right? Brands and their upstream counterparts must abide by green protocols and report emissions data as part of their ongoing operations. Unfortunately, not all data can be provided legitimately or be independently verified, and so there is a potential issue around distrust in carbon emissions data, as well as a lack of transparency. Public blockchain provides I guess a resolution to this situation or this problem, combined with IoT technology and data quality assurance services. This will be addressed, and it'll be trustless, and it will help with collecting accurate carbon emissions data, I guess, of participants on the supply chain, right? So, for me, this is remarkable stuff, yeah. And this is one of the reasons why, for me, VeChain is such an immense project, right? Like, I see the comments quite a lot around the fact that we're calling out a dollar, right, for VeChain 2021. That's not going to change unless we see something completely change with VeChain, and something fundamental has to change for us to back away from our $1 price prediction. This, if anything, this news actually makes me even more bullish, right, that we're going to achieve this $1 price prediction for 2021. Now, for all those people that keep making comments about we keep churning out the same information, that is not the case. We're every single video that we're doing, we're backing it up with what the data is saying in charts, or what we're hearing news wise in relation to VeChain. So for me, $1 is definitely on the cards for 2021 for VeChain. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion, and I'm basing my opinion based on the extensive research that I've done on VeChain, right? VeChain is my biggest investment in this space, and it's my biggest investment in this space for a reason. Now, I see other people moving out of Cardano at the moment and moving into VeChain. I see more YouTubers with millions of followers starting to talk about VeChain in a positive way. We've been talking about VeChain since like half a cent, back in sort of September, October last year. We've bring these projects to you, we raised them super early, right? And when people are commenting saying that $1 is not possible, it's never going to happen, not in 2021, I think you're being closed-minded. People said the same thing about Cardano when we were talking about Cardano at 1 cent. Now, for me, I'm passionate that VeChain's going to achieve these targets. Hopefully I'm not incorrect in my thought process, but when you've got the government of China backing you, you've got the green aspect, that trying to I guess in a trustless manner be able to supply data transparently around carbon emissions, in China, where those are particularly high at the moment, and they've got like a really big challenge on their hands to meet some of these targets. You've got VeChain that are a solution. They've done the solution around some of the passporting stuff with the virus. VeChain for me in the real world have been very, very relevant over the last few months, more so than we can say for many projects, right? When you think they're delivering in the real world, a lot of projects are going to be delivering in the real world, but they're not just yet. And this is the difference between VeChain and some of the other projects, in my humble opinion, currently. And I do believe that we're going to see some of these other projects become more and more relevant in the real world. But currently, one of the biggest projects is for utility in the real world has to be VeChain at the moment, actually walking the walk, not just talking the talk. So for me, it's just a matter of time. But let me know in the comments below, do you still think that $1 is not going to be achieved, or are you sat in the camp where you kind of see what we see and you think $1 is on the cards? Really interested to see your views and opinions, so do comment. I will reply to as many as I can. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.